Do nothing, Dennis. It was a busy time on the island of Soda. The summer holidays had arrived, and all the engines had to work very hard delivering passengers and goods around the island. All of the engines were busy doing their work. All the engines, except for one. Dennis was still sleeping in the sheds. Soon, the Fat Controller pulled up. The Fat Controller stepped out of his car and walked up to Dennis. The Fat Controller could see that Dennis was still sleeping and wasn't planning on waking up. Dennis, wake up. I'm awake, sir. I'm awake. Is it something important, sir?
Dennis, good, you're awake. I don't like my engine sleeping on the job. But anyway, I have a special job for you, Dennis. Oliver is needing help on the Little Western, and I need you to go and help him. Druck is busy elsewhere.
Oh, but sir, I don't feel well at all. Me engine's rattling. My wheels don't feel well. I should go and rest something.
Dennis, really useful engines do as they are told. And you, Dennis, are a really useful engine.
Okay, sir, said Dennis, and he rolled out of the sheds. Dennis soon arrived at Callan Station, where Oliver was waiting for him.
Right then, you must be Dennis. It's a pleasure meeting you. I hope you know the work that you're going to be doing, as I'm going to be taking the passenger trains.
Okay. And what am I supposed to do?
You could probably shunt in the yards or something.
Just then, Dennis had an idea. Oh, but I don't feel very well. I think I should go and rest before. Just to be safe, said Dennis. Oliver looked at Dennis.
Oh, all right then. I'll start off. You just begin to rest.
Dennis was very happy with himself. Now I can finally go back and sleep. I'm sure he'll manage to do all his work. And Dennis rolled away. While Oliver would take his passenger trains, Dennis would just be sleeping in the yards, doing nothing. And whenever Oliver puffed by, Dennis would still be sleeping. And no work was getting done.
I know the diesels on the other railway were very rude, but at least they actually did their work. But Mr. Oliver, you need to understand, he's probably going to start later. Later? I can't wait that long. The work needs to be done now.
Oliver was getting more and more upset with Dennis. But Dennis was still sleeping. Soon, Oliver puffed into Knapford Station. There, he met some enthusiasts. They looked upset.
Hello there. What's the matter? You look upset.
We want to find an engine to photograph, but all the engines are too busy, said the enthusiast. said Oliver. Just then he got an idea.
I know just the engine for you.
Dennis was still sleeping in his siding when all of a sudden a bunch of rail enthusiasts arrived with cameras and taking photographs. Dennis got very annoyed. Shoo off. I need my sleep. But the enthusiasts didn't shoo off, and with all the noise, Dennis couldn't get any sleep. Just then, Oliver arrived.
Well, Dennis, now you're being really useful and doing nothing at the same time.
But Dennis wished he wasn't being a really useful engine. He just wanted to get some sleep. Oh, he said. Oliver looked from the platform, smiling. James's day off. James is a bright and splendid mixed traffic engine. He thinks he's one of the finest engines on Sodor, maybe even the finest engine in the world. Even though James thinks a lot about himself, he also cares a lot about his friends and always makes sure to help them out. It was early morning at Tidmouth Sheds, and James had just gotten back from taking the midnight goods. Gordon was very displeased. Come now, little James. Someone has to shunt my coaches.
Go fetch them yourself, Gordon. I'm too tired.
Well, someone has to shunt my coaches, and you are the only engine available.
Not so fast, Gordon.
Sir, I didn't see you there, sir.
Gordon, today James won't be shunting your coaches, as he has the day off.
Oh, really, sir? Thank you very much. Now I can show all the engines my beautiful paintwork.
Oh. With that, James puffed out of the sheds to get to the washdown.
Shiny and clean, shiny and clean. I'm as important as a queen.
As James rounded a bend, he suddenly had to stop. In front of him was a long goods train. The goods train had been pulled by Boko.
Get a move on, you dirty diesel. I don't have all day.
I can't. I've broken down. Now these supplies won't be delivered on time. James suddenly felt very bad.
You'll be on time if I help you,
said James, and he buffered up at the back of Boko's train. James began to push with all his might, and eventually he got the train to move. Haha, you're doing it, James. Keep going, shouted Boko. James was very pleased.
I can do it, I can do it.
Soon enough, they rolled into Wellsworth Station. Thank you, James, said Boko kindly.
You're very welcome, Boko,
said James. He was exhausted. James shunted the trucks into the sidings, and then he puffed away to get to the washdown.
Shiny and clean, I'm as important as a queen.
Soon, James arrived at Elsbridge Station. There he saw Percy. He didn't look well.
What's the matter, Percy? Asked James.
Oh, these trucks are very heavy, and I'm only a little engine, but I'll have to get to the docks on time.
Could you take them, James? You're a much bigger and stronger engine than I am, said Percy.
James wanted to get to the washdown, but he also wanted to help his friend.
All right then, Percy. I'll take the trucks, said James.
Thank you, James,
said Percy. He was very pleased. James was coupled to the trucks, and he raced away with the heavy load.
Shiny and clean, I'm as it... never mind, it's not worth it.
Soon, James reached Gordon's Hill. He could really feel the heavy trucks now. James charged up the hill, with the heavy trucks holding him back.
Get a move on, you silly trucks. I don't have all day,
he said. Then he came to the other side, and then there was trouble.
On,
laughed the trucks. James began moving much faster.
Whoa, slow down,
he cried. He applied his brakes, but they were no use.
Oh no,
he cried. Then there was even more trouble. Up ahead was a sharp bend. James knew what would happen next.
Oh no,
he cried, but it was too late.
Oh dear, this was supposed to be my day off.
Soon enough, workmen arrived on board Percy and the breakdown train. And the fat controller.
Now, James, I want you to know that this accident wasn't your fault. It was those silly trucks.
I know, sir, but I'm still sorry.
I've also heard that you've been helping a lot of your friends, even though it was your day off. Is that right?
Yes, sir,
James said.
That's one of my engines. I'm very pleased with you, James, which is why I'll be sending you to the works and you'll get a new coat of paint and a new day off to enjoy that paint.
James was so happy that he thought his boiler might explode.
Oh, thank you very much, sir,
he said. The next day, James arrived back from the works.
Look at my shiny new coat of paint. Now I'm shiny and clean and as important as a queen.
For once, the other engines let James boast. Even Gordon was slightly impressed. Duck is a great Western engine. He likes to do everything the Great Western way. He enjoys shunting trucks in the yard. And even though most of the engines get a little bit frustrated by him, they all respect his Great Western way. One day, Duck puffed into Maythwaite Station. The fat controller was waiting for him.
Oh, Duck, you've been working very well, but there are just too many jobs that needs to be done, so I've brought over another engine to help you out. He's at the sheds waiting for you.
Right, thank you, sir.
And with that, Duck puffed away. But when Duck got to the sheds, there was an engine he knew all too well.
What are you doing here, Diesel?
Asked Duck.
Isn't it obvious, Montague? I'm here to help you.
We'll see about that.
And Duck puffed away. Diesel followed slowly behind him. For the rest of the day, Duck watched Diesel carefully doing his work. He's not actually doing a bad job, said Thomas.
That's what I'm afraid of,
replied Duck.
Finally, Duck confronted Diesel. "Alright, what are you up to? You're always up to something," said Duck.
In fact, you are incorrect, Montague. I am not up to anything. I am just doing my work.
"I'm not that easily fooled, Diesel," said Duck crossly.
I'm not like I used to be, Duck. If you don't understand that, then you are incapable of knowing the truth.
Duck didn't say another word as Diesel rolled out of the yards. Just as Diesel left, James puffed in.
What's the matter, Doc? You look a little bit blue, even though you're painted green.
"It's that Diesel. He's acting suspicious, coming into our yards and then all of a sudden acting all well and good."
Well, Doc, I suggest you keep an open mind. You never know. Engines change. It was a long time ago since it was here last.
"You're one to talk about keeping an open mind, James. You were the one who despised diesels for so long."
Oh, would you look at that? My train's ready. It was nice talking to you, Doc. Hope we can do it again.
And James puffed away. Duck still pondered about keeping an open mind. The next day, Duck was taking a small goods train along the branch line. As he puffed along, he suddenly noticed a bunch of sheep on the line. "Where did all of these sheep come from?" Duck asked.
Excuse me there. Oh dear. I'm terribly sorry about that. My fence broke and I haven't had the money to repair it.
The farmer escorted the sheep off the line.
Again, I am terribly sorry about this.
"That's all right." And with that, Duck puffed away. Sadly, he arrived late at Dryo Station, where Diesel was waiting for him. "I apologize for the delays, Diesel. There were sheep on the line and I couldn't help it." Diesel scoffed.
I would expect such foolishness of a great Western engine. I'm trying to make a good reputation for myself, and you're just ruining it.
Duck didn't get to say another word as Diesel rolled away. What a silly Diesel. I'll show him." And Duck puffed away. The next day, Duck was getting ready to take another goods train. What does that Diesel know anyway? I'll be on time today." Duck, we should probably have a routine inspection. It's been a while." I don't have time to do a routine inspection, driver. I have to be on time." And Duck puffed away.
Alright, how much you want to bet he breaks down? If he does, you get the doublehead first tomorrow. I'll take it.
As Duck puffed along the line, he suddenly had to stop. "Driver, what happened? Why have we stopped?" Oh dear, Duck. It looks like you've broken down." "Oh dear," said Duck.
Look at that silly duck, he managed to get us all stuck.
"Oh, be quiet, you silly trucks." But the trucks were right. Duck was stuck. Oh, bother. Just then, Diesel arrived.
Diesel, what are you doing here?
I noticed that you were running a little late, so I wanted to go and check up on you to see if everything was okay.
Thank goodness you did. I've broken down and can't get anywhere on my own.
Don't worry, Montague. I can help.
Diesel buffered up to Duck, and Duck's driver coupled him up. The next day, Duck was getting a routine maintenance check at the works.
Everything seems to be all clear here.
Just then, Diesel rolled in. Diesel, what are you doing here?
I just wanted to check up on you. And I wanted to say I'm sorry for what I did all those years ago. I know it was a long time ago. I hope you understand that I'm a different engine than who I was back then.
Thank you, Diesel. And without another word, Diesel rolled away. Duck knew it would take some time to forgive Diesel, but he was willing to give him a chance.
It was early morning and Thomas was waiting at the junction station for Henry. He had just gotten a branch line and 2 new coaches called Annie and Clarabelle. Soon enough, Henry puffed in with his passenger train.
Hello there, Thomas. Enjoying your new life?
Said Henry. Thomas looked over. Yes, indeed. It's very exciting having my own branch line, he said.
It's going to be quite strange not seeing you at Knapford anymore. I might just miss you.
Don't worry, Henry. You'll still see me all the time at this junction. Plus, I'm now pulling passengers.
Passengers is a very delicate job, Thomas. You need to be responsible and reliable, 2 things that I'm not sure you are.
Thomas was very cross. I can be responsible and reliable. I'll give the passengers a smooth ride and get on time to every station. I'll show you, he said, and then he puffed away. Thomas was puffing along his branch line. He was still thinking about what Henry had said, and he was determined to prove him wrong. Pah! Silly big green engine, who does he think he's talking to? I can be responsible and reliable. Thomas, slow down, said Annie and Clarabelle. But Thomas didn't slow down. He was too busy thinking about what Henry had said and trying to find ways to prove him wrong. Soon, Thomas puffed into the big station, still very cross. See, I can give the passengers a smooth, but Thomas was interrupted by a crowd of angry people complaining about what a bad railway it was. Cinders and ashes, what did I do?
You weren't concentrating and giving the passengers a bumpy ride,
said Clarabelle. Oh, Henry was right. I can't give my passengers a smooth ride. I'm just not responsible or reliable, Thomas said.
Nonsense, you just haven't gotten the training. We're old coaches and know a lot about passengers. Maybe we could help you.
Really? You'd be willing to help me? Oh, thank you very much, said Thomas, and he puffed out of the big station, listening to Annie and Clarabelle's advice. Soon, Thomas, Annie and Clarabelle puffed back into the junction. Oh, thank you very much for helping me. Now I'll be a really useful engine.
No worries, Thomas,
said Annie and Clarabelle. Just then, Henry puffed into the station, not looking well at all.
What time do you call this? I thought you were supposed to be responsible and reliable. Looks like I'm more reliable than you. Henry was too ill to reply. And with that, Thomas puffed out of the junction with his 2 faithful coaches.
The track near Skarloey Station goes across a road. The crossing here has no gates, so there's a rule that engines have priority over the road vehicles. One day, Skarloey was making his way back home after a long day of work. He was just approaching the crossing when all of a sudden a lorry raced past him.
Aye, watch out. How about you watch yourself?
Skarloey continued on his way.
Oh dear, Skarloey, whatever seems to be the matter?
Well, there was this lorry on the line.
A lorry?
Oh, you mean Madge? No, I'm not Madge. She's actually nice. This lorry just cut me right off. Didn't even honk. No.
Pah! I bet I can deal with any lorry very easily. Oh, really? Because the last time you talked about something like that, you and a certain steamroller seemed to have a little accident. Don't bring this up now, Duncan. That was a long time ago. Well, I think it's quite relevant to this conversation, Sir Handel. It's not relevant.
Yes, it is, Randall. You're saying that you can handle road vehicles.
Now I'm saying that you can't. Shut up, Duncan.
What's going on back there?
Nothing important.
You keep on the tracks. Shut up, Duncan. That's not...
Would you two be quiet? You're going to wake up the whole town if you keep arguing like that.
Sorry, Grandpa. I wish I was back on the Mid-Sodor.
I sure hope that lorry doesn't cause any more trouble. We got enough trouble here as it is.
Hey Rheneas, wouldn't it be funny if we just fell off the cliff and died?
Could you trucks please be quiet? I'm trying to do my work.
Oh, but it would be fun.
Renee soon approached a stretch of road, and up ahead was a lorry.
That must be the same lorry that Skarloey was talking about.
Renee whistled hello.
Oh, so you're the gallant old engine. There's nothing gallant about you.
Oh, really? Then, Renee noticed that the roads and rails were going next to each other for a short stretch.
Driver, open the regulator.
I see what you're thinking. Renee began speeding up.
Oh, if it's a race you'll want, it's a race you'll get. Huh, we're in the lead now. Brakes! Silly steamer.
What a horrid lorry.
no, where's Reneus? He's taking so long. He'll be here in a moment. Yeah, well, he's not here now, and I'm going to be late. There it is. Well, what took you so long? There was this lorry on the line. Oh, not you two going on about that lorry all the time. Like, really? It's a lorry. You should be able to deal with him. Where are you going? At least I tried to warn him. Oh, well, back to sleep.
Not so fast. You still have to take that train.
Oh, right.
Nah. All these engines keep going on about that lorry. Oh, lorry that, lorry that. Oh my.
I stopped to consider that maybe they're right. That lorry's causing a lot of confusion and delay.
Oh, not you too, Grandpuff. You used to be so reasonable. Now you're just some old man who's old. And, well, not a man, but never mind. This sounded better in my head.
You don't have a head. Some engines never learn.
Meanwhile, the lorry was making its way back home, when all of a sudden...
Oi! What's going on?
It seems we've broken down.
Oh, there's that lorry. I'm sure it'll move.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Oh God, he's not moving. Brakes! Brakes!
Sir Handel applied his brakes, but it was too late.
Oh no!
Rotten roads.
We should probably go and get some help. Oh, hey, sir.
Oh there, what's the matter, Sir Handel? You look worried.
Well, sir, long story short, I kind of ran over a lorry.
Excuse me, you did what?
Yeah, it was very bad.
Is the driver okay?
I think so.
Oh, well, I'm going to call an ambulance, and you get back to the sheds, and I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
So, I heard you ran over a lorry, Sir Handel. I guess that's how you deal with your problems.
What? It's...
You gotta be kidding me. Well, I should have expected this.
The Think Control is going to be very upset.
What? No, he actually encouraged it. He said I was a really useful engine for you know...
Oh. Sir Handel?
Oh, hi, sir.
Well, I just got off the phone, and luckily no one was hurt. And I also heard that you were speeding.
Well, yeah, Reneus made me late, so I kind of have to pick up some speed.
So that's why you couldn't stop in time. I should have expected this, Sir Handel, your reckless behavior and all.
Well,
I'm sending you to work at the quarry. I think that's where you belong for now.
Oh, the indignity.
Hey, that's my line.
Well, Sandal, you truly well done it. I'm proud of you. You managed to get yourself sent to the quarry once again.
I think there's a valuable lesson to be learned from all of this about listening to others and not being so reckless.
Oh, shut up, Rusty!
Oh, Peter, Sam, not again.
I'm sorry, sir.
Duncan is a little engine who works on the Skarloey Railway. He is often very grumpy and complains about pretty much everything.
Seriously? Is that another bump in the track? Has Rusty really done nothing?
Duncan may be a small engine, but when he complains, his voice can be heard all around the island.
And then he has the audacity to say that I ride roughly. I don't. I just have my own style. It doesn't mean they have to judge me for it.
Oh, Duncan, do you have to complain all of the time?
I don't complain all the time. Sometimes I'm sleeping. I only complain because most of the world is against me, and they don't respect my ways.
You never care about anyone other than yourself.
That's not true.
It is, though. You're always complaining about how you always have to do the dirty work, or the fact that you never get a polish.
Pah! Anyway, I have to go and take my passengers.
You're just proving my point.
Shut up, Rusty.
Duncan was still very annoyed when he collected his coaches and puffed into the station. James was waiting at the platform with Duncan's passengers.
Oh, those other engines don't know what I have to go through all the time. The passengers always complaining about me.
Well, you see, Duncan, not every engine understands the importance of some important engines like us. They only see us as engines who complain all the time, and not as the important engines that we are. We carry the railway on our backs.
Ah, you're right, James. I do carry the railway on my bunker.
Soon, all of James's passengers had boarded Duncan's train. And with that, Duncan puffed away. On the journey, Duncan rode roughly as always. The passengers started to complain, and Duncan got more and more annoyed at them. When they arrived back at the station, Duncan was very cross.
I say, that was one of the worst journeys ever.
The engine just kept bumping around. I couldn't even drink my tea. I mean, I had a good time, you know. I like bumps and stuff. But, it wasn't very fun.
Oh, Duncan, what have you done now? Eventually, Duncan reached his boiling point.
That's it. I'm sick of you passengers always complaining about me. I do my work. I try my best. And yet you continue on complaining about me. I'm sick of it. When will you passengers learn to care about someone else for a change? You always care about your own miserable lives, but never take care to care about mine. You all can take your little complaints and shove them up your...
The passengers and the other engines were shocked.
That's it. I want to speak to the controller of this railway. Like, I won't let that slide. Like, no, I'm not gonna let that slide.
Oh dear.
Later that day, the Fink controller spoke with Duncan. I am very disappointed with you, Duncan. I've always tolerated your complaining, but lashing out at passengers is unacceptable. It causes a bad image for the railway and yourself.
I'm sorry, sir.
As punishment, I'm sending you to work at the lower mines for now.
The lower mines? But sir, why can't I work at the upper mines? I like those much better.
Well, I have another engine working at the upper mines for their punishment.
Of all the engines I had to work with for my punishment, it had to be you.
Well, I'm an old and wise engine. What's your name again?
Sir Handel, don't forget it.
Oh yeah, Sir Handel. And the thing controller is responsible enough to leave you in the hands of me,
Sir Handel.
Oh, right, I forgot. Anyway, Sir Handel, the thing control wants us to repair the upper mines after a storm that happened. The mines have become very unstable.
And they need 2 engines for that, eh?
No, you're just tagging along past your punishment.
You remember that, but you don't remember my name.
That is correct, Sir Handel. Oh my. Oh dear. Well, Sandal, it looks like we got our work cut out for ourselves. Well, time to get to work.
No, I'm never gonna pull passengers again.
Oh, where is Duncan? I hope he's not late. Oh, there he is. All right, Rusty, I'm here. What you want?
Ah, great, Duncan. Well, Peter Sound just went to the mine. When he gets out, you'll take over the work for him.
Oh, great. So I'll just sit around and do nothing?
Precisely. Now you're understanding it. Goodbye, Duncan.
Goodbye. Oh.
Meanwhile, at the upper mine...
Sir Handel, where are those trucks?
I'm coming right up, Fearless Freddy. Don't worry, I got him.
Good. Be careful of those buffers, they're way closer than you expect.
And shut up, Fearless Freddy. I know how to get this done. I've shunted more trucks than you've ever done in your entire life.
Sir Handel, look out!
What? Oh, whoops. Oh, whoopsie. That's not my fault. Oh dear.
I'm just sitting doing nothing, waiting for Peter Sound to... What was that? It did not sound good.
Oh no. Rock slide! Everyone, get out as fast as you can. It's not safe. But Peter Sam's still in the mine. He's going to be trapped.
Don't worry, I'll go get him.
Everyone else, run!
Do you think they're going to get out?
I doubt it. Look at that mine. Half of it's already been collapsed. I got him. Don't worry, lads. I did it. I saved him. I feel so proud of myself all of a sudden. Oh. Ouch. Duncan and Peter Sam had gotten out just in time as the rest of the mine collapsed. The lower mines were completely destroyed. It was lucky that everyone survived. Rusty raced up the line with some workmen after they had gotten the call. Oh, Duncan, I'm so glad that you're all right. Is everyone okay? Oh dear. I'm sorry, sir, but this wasn't my fault, I swear. Like, really, like, this wasn't my fault. Like, come on, you can't blame me. Like, really, like, don't blame me.
Duncan, please. I heard what you did. I'm very proud of you.
Yes, thank you, Duncan. I would have been trapped or crushed.
You were a very brave end in doing that, Duncan. I take back what I said about you not caring about anyone else. Yes, while I'm not going to let you pull passengers for a while, I won't keep you trapped here because, well, there really isn't anything here to contain you. I would like to speak with the engine who caused this, however. But I'll take that sometime later.